Hey guys, this is Gentleman Dan again. This is second maiden for today on this cold, windy day. Probably not the best day of maiden this plane. This is a version of the flight test flyer. Differences are I don't have a power pod. It's a fixed setup. The wing specs and everything, I didn't even download their plans. I just took a general idea of what I thought it would be and made it. I had some of this black Dollar Tree foam laying around, so I said, what the heck? So I have a much larger rudder than they have on theirs and a much smaller elevator. I wanted roll and loop authority, but I didn't necessarily care. Roll authority more than anything else. I didn't care about like loop authority with a plane like this. But rudder and elevator only. I have this ridiculously overpowered. They call for a 1300 kV motor and a big prop. I have a 2200 kV 2826 and a 6x4 with a 30 amp ESC. Really way too powerful for this plane. I'm probably going to scale it back to like a 1600 kV. It just happened to be what I have laying around. I put all of my servos and everything is outside. This is a tiny little 5-gram servo that works the rudder. Seems pretty slowly. We'll see how it reacts in flying conditions. Probably be okay. And then I just have obviously one elevator servo, a plastic 9-gram servo. I did follow where their center of gravity should be. My build, because it's all hot glue and tape, came out pretty light in the nose, so I ended up putting my usual like 20 cents on the front of it. I did their little power pod stick idea. I have sticks holding it through as well, but you know, basically they're just there to hold the wing on. I made a little substructure in the wing that actually sits down in the pod. The idea being that if I wanted to take the wing off and modify it in any way, I could. So I kind of played with their power pod idea a little bit, but not really, because the plane's kind of fixed. So we'll see how it flies. Gentleman Dan's version of the flight test flyer. We'll see how it goes. Here is my version of the flight test flyer. Really too windy for this thing, but take a shot with it anyway. Crazy overpowered. Maybe too late for this. Maybe. Wow, this thing flies. Wow, this thing flies really well. Just rudder and elevator. Got a very slow rudder servo on this. Didn't realize it till I'd done it, but it seems to be just fine. Flight test flyer batwing thing. Damn, this thing's nicer than I thought. And the wind's really killing it. Way overpowered. 2200 kV and a 6x4. That's really calling for like a 1300 kV and like a 7 or 8 or 9 inch prop, but what the heck. Very windy up there. Wow. You can see it's being a very relaxed flyer on the proper deck. Whoa, wind is blowing it like crazy. I didn't do that. I don't think it'll do anything crazy up there. Let's try a loop real quick just to see. Oop. Out of control. Oh, looped actually pretty nice. Look at that. Wonder if it'll roll over. Yeah, it will. Cool. Need a little less windy day to fly this thing, but I'm pretty impressed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A little too windy out there for this guy. I think I'm gonna call it quits with this thing. Don't think it really likes the wind that much because we only have a rudder, no ailerons. Not bad, not bad. Flight test flyer, but mild modifications. There's no power pod. It's all fixed. Changed the rudder to a much bigger one, smaller elevator, a little bit more speed, and a bigger motor. Worked out good.